It is a country that's at the crossroads, once the fastest growing economy in East Africa, with an annual gross domestic product rate of 7% in 2007, closely followed by a fall to 1.7% in 2008. And now, the focus is on its own Vision 2030, one that aims to see the country grow by an ambitious annual growth rate of 10%. This week, the economic report for 2009 was released as a checkpoint for the Kenyan economy.
The report basically is a report where we want to be looking at the economic performance in a very elaborate way for the previous 1 year, and then reporting on the prospects for the next 3 years. So like what kind of growth and what performance you expect for the next 3 years, both for the entire economy and maybe even key sectors.
The major feature of being a fully developed country is to be fast, fully industrialized. Industrial development in Kenya has, however, stagnated, with the sector's in total output remaining at about 12% for decades, something that must change if the country is to be globally competitive.
The broad areas covered in this report include the micro and social economic performance, selected sector performance, and policy issues, and medium-term prospects. On competitiveness, the report points out that infrastructure, education and training, security, efficiency in public institutions, socioeconomic and political stability, and technological advancements are among the key drivers of the economies of the country's competitiveness.
Making Kenya globally competitive means engaging a superior market. However, in the Global Competitive Report 2007-2008, Kenya compares unfavorably against the East Asian newly industrialized countries in areas such as the quality of institutions, macroeconomic stability, market sophistication, infrastructure, and technological readiness.
The ambition of the report is to be tracking this relevant performance regularly to ensure that the country gains ground on the tiger economies. We hope that this and subsequent annual reports will become a valuable contribution by KIPRA to the understanding of the many economic development challenges that our nation faces today.
We want to be putting pressure on the policymakers and even both in the executive and in the parliament, to be able to really keep focusing, to say we must do something and catch up with Korea, and we are together, so can we get closer to that? Even some countries like within Africa, like Ghana, even Uganda, they have a lot of lessons we can learn from them.
Agriculture is still a mainstay of the Kenyan economy, contributing 24% of the gross domestic product and about 19% of formal wage employment. The dismissal performance of this sector has remained much of a policy concern, but with the new policy goals such as increased resource allocations, exploiting irrigation potential, commercializing agriculture, reviewing policy frameworks, and improving governance, Kenya should attain the status of a newly industrialized country by the year 2030.
Clearly successful implementation of the plan and indeed the Vision 2030 will heavily rely on the lessons that we are gathering and are able to learn from past experiences, especially ways in which we can resolve the challenges that the economy is facing going into the future. Among other factors, the Kenya Economic Report 2009 therefore comes in quite handy as it will help us to guide and enhance capacity of implementing the Vision 2030 and its medium-term plan.
With Kenya playing catch-up with East Asian economies, This year's economic report opens up the areas that require immediate attention to stimulate the economy with a clear focus on sectors such as manufacturing, particularly those products with export potential as the country gears towards global competitiveness and fully industrialization by 2030.